Auto Club, and we are back in the 87s for this Monday night instead of ARCA, because ARCA's at Michigan, and that's just going to be a big draft fest. And this should be slightly better, I hope. I haven't run this combo in several years now, surprisingly. Auto Club always been one of my favorite tracks, but I tend to struggle here more than Michigan, it seems like. We were talking about it in the Discord. I think it's just because it's tougher to pass here, for me at least, because both lines, or pretty much the entire surface of the track, works pretty well for speed. And I just don't have that hot lap speed that a lot of the guys here have. I was like 2/10 slower in practice. Not 2/10, 4/10 slower than in practice than everyone else. But we'll go out here and try and qualify as best we can. We are the number 5. This race did split. Don't know why I went all the way down to the flat there. But we just need to run the top for qualifying here. And it's a little bit slicker than it was in practice. That was not a great entry, unfortunately, because more than likely our second lap's not going to be any better just because the tire fall off. Need to run a low 43. Not sure we're going to get close to that. Don't let it get sideways. No, this isn't going to be very good at all, is it? 43.8. Puts us P6 at the moment. Oh, there's not any grip out here now. At least we didn't wreck. But yeah, tire's already given up. Really can only push these cars hard one lap before you start to see significant fall off. If we can have top 10 speed and be able to maintain that in the race, I'll be happy, because I think, whoops, the last time I raced here I was like 17th or 18th and just not able to even catch up to the people in front of me. I remember it being really bad. We're P6 at the moment. Kale up front with a 43.5. We dropped down to P8. We got Colton in here again. Great to see him again. He's in the number 4 car. We're in the number 5. And we also had Mark as well. Haven't raced with Mark in a little bit. Give him a good luck here in just a second. We also have a new paint scheme I was talking about that I finally finished. I think it looks pretty good. It's simple. Not anything too flashy, but I think it fits the era, and I think it looks pretty neat. We'll give Mark a good look. He's in number 8, surprisingly. Probably all those IndyCar races he's been running. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Really simple. And that's what I was talking about in the last video. I was working on one that wasn't going to be anything crazy. But I think it looks pretty decent. I think it looks better than the previous one. I know a few people like the previous one, and I thought it was okay. I just didn't really like how the logos fit, and how the Diet Dr. Pepper logo didn't really fit. So I had to kind of like makeshift it. If you didn't know, as someone who has been painting iRacing cars using the Diet Dr. Pepper logo for, I don't know, 8 to 10 years, the Diet Dr. Pepper logo is not an easy logo at all to paint with, to come up with designs. It is so asymmetrical and wonky, and you have to kind of fudge it in order to make it fit on the sides of the car. Luckily for this era correct logo, like the 80s logo, you can find just plain text of it in a horizontal line, but if you try and get a modern logo to fit, it's not easy to make it look good. But I think I do the best I can there. We also got Ethan in here. And Dennis. Haven't raced with Ethan in a long time. Ethan's in the number 11. Dennis is in the number 15. We drop all the way to 11th. You see 43.5s up front, so we're about 3.5 tenths off. Which is about what we were seeing in practice. 14-1 on the steering ratio for me. We got 65 laps. I'm just going to try and save some tires, go as long as we can without the pit stop. This is definitely a race that we are not going to be able to make it on fuel. Making sure that was Mark who was replying. Definitely a race we can't make it on fuel like Iowa, so we're definitely going to need to. That's as the spotter says that.
The estimated SOF is 4,100.
Actually, maybe we can.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
I don't know, it's close. I think once we get up to speed, we're not going to be able to. I think for the big tracks, you're not supposed to be able to make it. But that's closer than I thought. I was thinking, looking at the fuel, that this race was 100 laps, but it's actually just 65, so we'll see. I don't think we're going to be able to make it, though.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
We will see. We're going to do our best here, though. It's going to be a grind, most likely. Try not to screw it up. I didn't practice a green flag pit stop either,
Two additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth,
which is not ideal. That could be troublesome. So I don't expect to get a caution, really. I would be surprised if we got even one caution. But we'll see what kind of field this is. Iowa was extremely clean. But this is a bigger track, higher speed. It's a little bit looser off the corner. Feels like, well, no, Iowa was pretty loose off the corner too, wasn't it? And it was loose into the corner, and this is not loose into the corner at all. So we will see. We got Colton starting in front of us this time. Let's see if he can fare a little bit better than he did at Iowa. I think he will. I suspect he will beat us this race, if I had to guess.
Like AJ, what are you doing all the way back here?
And before I even forget,
Oh, got talked into something.
I'm going to go ahead and turn off left side tires.
He's just sandbagging. Don't let him kid you.
Because most likely we're not going to take them even under yellow. But getting ready to go green here at Auto Club. Track that no longer exists. I don't know if we're supposed to still call it Auto Club or if we're supposed to call it California or Fontana. It's still Auto Club in the game, but that doesn't mean anything.
Get ready.
They frequently have outdated information in pretty much all aspects.
The pace car is
But coming to the green here, he's going early.
green, green, green.
Nobody's missed a shift yet. We get through the gears decently. Into turn one for the first time. We just got to stay low here, and hopefully nobody on our outside spins down into us out of turn two, like is
Still there.
my signature move. To get wrecked out of turn two here by someone on my outside.
Still there.
Looking okay so far.
Still there.
Gonna get strung out single file probably pretty quick. Rear ends want to step out just a little bit on me there. Need to be careful over the seams. That will be a key point, most likely. Colton already taken off and leaving us, but we're kind of stuck on the inside here.
Stay low.
And I really dove it in there unintentionally.
All clear, all clear. Outside.
Can't quite clear this outside lane yet.
There. Hold your line. Still there. All clear, all clear. Got one outside. Stay low.
See if we can get the 7 past us and maybe fall in line behind them, but
On the high side.
probably not going to have an opportunity to do that because the people behind us will be passing us
On the high
as
side.
soon as the 7 gets around us. Colton's still up on the outside ahead of us. Let's back off for the corners just a little bit sooner. Looks like we're about to be 3 wide. Not quite. Can't do anything down here at the moment. Just try and save tires for the long run.
Still there? Hold your line.
We were definitely overdriving it in the opening laps. What's fuel look like? Yeah, we cannot
Still there?
make it.
Hold your line.
For sure.
Still there.
Careful on that apron. Can definitely get you sideways.
Stay low.
Colton was able to move forward a little bit and get in line. I've been stuck in this spot pretty much since the drop of the green. And there doesn't seem to be any gap I can fall into. I don't really want to push any harder because I'm already kind of on the edge of getting loose, and I don't want to hurt the tires too bad.
Hold your line. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
Hanging along, not doing too much here.
Still there. Still there.
I see Mark just up ahead in the Domino's car. We actually clear the 7 briefly and get a decent run out of the corner. Maybe we can get up here and pass the 3. That would be interesting.
Outside. You're clear high. Clear high. Outside. Stay low. Stay low.
We might be able to. I need some draft help down here, down the straightaway, but don't have any.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
A little bit loose over that seam. We do clear the 3. Got a little bit of draft from Colton down there. I'm going to stay low just because I don't want to cut it too close this early.
We just did a 45.1.
Probably could have closed the door though and
all
been
clear, all clear.
settled, but we actually clear the top line and can hopefully get in line and run some laps here as I slide through the corner entry there. Got Ethan and Mark just ahead of us. And I'm just going to follow the line here for a bit. Hopefully not get too loose over that seam. That puts us P7 though, for the moment. So not too shabby. Colton, I think, just drove to the lead. So he's looking to really make up for his Iowa race, which is cool to see. Hopefully he can do well today. I figured it would just take him a couple races to get back into the swing of it. He's always one of the fastest around. But if you take a long break, it can be tough to jump in and immediately have pace, no matter how good you are. All packed up here right now though, single file, nose to tail.
I had the fastest lap? I find that hard to believe.
Well, we're all in a big
Yeah.
drafting line at the moment. I'm feeling okay though. In 7th, hopefully we can break away from those guys behind us a little bit. That would be ideal. Oh, sorry. I'm really overdriving turn 1, and It's going to be very dangerous if we keep running into people.
Oh, good. That was on mute.
He was checking up, I think, for Mark, but I couldn't see Mark through his car, and that was just a bad angle I had. But my fault there for not checking up in time. Thankfully, it wasn't hard enough contact for either of us to get sideways or anything. Pitting wise, I think we just go as long as possible. I think that's the meta strategy with these. You just be on low fuel as long as you can. Even if you've got older tires, and especially if you've got rights only, that seems to be the quickest. Low fuel with rights only, so the lowest amount of fuel you can have at the end after you pit is best. We're definitely using up that right rear.
We'll stay all the way to the wall.
Alright, man, caution
Somebody
is out.
spun behind
Caution is
us,
out. Line up single file.
and we got 2
Zero to
sets of
close.
tires, so we could come in and take rights right now. Or we could take all 4,
Are you still alive there, John?
but I don't think we want to do that.
I'm okay.
We will put fuel in it, though, and see if we can make it to the end from here, just in case it goes all green from this point on. It says we need 7 gallons. I'm going to go ahead and put in 8. 8 gallons would be about 20 laps. And we are
Pit road is now open.
little under 20 laps to the, or 20 laps short, so we'll go ahead and put in 8 and take rights only, and yeah, that will be our strategy for the moment. See how the rest of the race shakes out. So far so good, though. I'm feeling not too bad. Don't get a speeding penalty, though.
Pit boxing 10.
And we're going 55 miles an hour, so it's going to be tough to stop. So let's make sure we're not going through the box.
1. Right here.
Alright. Tires, 95, 93. We are burning up that right rear as expected. 95, 95 on the lefts. I'm not worried about the lefts at all.
That's it, go.
They can go a full 65 laps without an issue, which is unrealistic, but that's just the way it is. You see a lot of people taking 4, surprisingly.
Heads up. You know that you only have 1 set of right side tires remaining.
Line up single file.
They will be coming up to pass us, not because they're on 4, probably, but because they're just quicker than us. I really don't think 4 matters that much.
Strategy calls, I like it.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this works out. Oh, that didn't get us to the good on fuel? I added 8 gallons. Maybe we couldn't fill up that many with how big the tank is. Yeah, I think we filled it full. I don't think it could take 8 gallons, so we might not be able to quite make it yet.
It's
So
7 car.
we'll have to do a little bit of saving. Just need a splash to make it from here, though. And if we get another caution, then we will definitely be able to make it. But we need to take every opportunity we have to save here now. We could drop in and get another splash, but I don't
Alright,
know
man,
if
we're
that
going
would
green
be
next time by. Alright, man.
advantageous.
Line up on the outside row now.
But we don't have that opportunity anymore. Now that we got the 1 to green. We are in 4th now with pit strategy. A lot of faster people behind us that I'm sure will get back in front of us in due time. Probably pretty quickly. We're about 2 laps short. We'll see what everyone does out here. Maybe there'll be some saving. We may end up having to clutch it in the race a little bit. Who knows? Three-car jumps to the lead with the 13 and the 7. Did the 3-car pit? I assume he did. I assume everybody did.
I just squeezed in a low hole.
Get ready.
Nothing on you, man.
Pace car's in.
Alright, man. The pace car is in.
Can't see the leader. He's waiting until green, though.
Your fourth place. The leader just did a 37.098. Got one outside. Stay low. There's
7 was a little slow to get going there. I didn't really want to go to the inside
car on the high side.
because I think the outside's going to be better for sure.
All clear, all clear.
But he is struggling to get going. Maybe he's looking to save fuel. We should probably be looking at that immediately. Good grief, where did this speed come from? Why am I so quick right now? That has me concerned. Maybe everyone
You're in
is
third place.
really trying to save fuel. Here comes the 6. He's going to go low. The 3 is going to go down to defend the bottom.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. There's the car on the low
I
side.
could have maybe been aggressive and potentially got close to the lead, but
Stay high.
with fuel being this close, I think I just want to sit in line for a little while. If we can do that without losing a bunch of spots.
Inside.
Yeah, we're close on fuel. It's about 2 laps short still.
All clear, all clear. You got one inside.
Here comes Kale
Still
flying
there.
in.
Hold the line. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high.
I could be definitely going quicker right now, but I don't really want to.
Inside. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. You're up top 3 wide. Hold your
3
line.
cars really struggling through the middle.
Hold
So
your
we took it
line.
3. Probably not a smart idea here.
Next car is the leader. Hold your line. Inside. You're 2 wide there.
Keegan, we were 3.
You're up top 3 wide. You got one inside.
Yeah,
You're 2
my
wide
bad, buddy.
there.
I didn't know that.
All clear, all clear.
All good.
Okay, maybe we can settle down here, or about where we were. Mark's still behind us though, and I'm sure he'll get around us. Oh, we overdrove it.
Inside. Stay high. Still there? Hold your line.
They're all marching to the front though.
Stay
I'd like to
high.
get to the bottom
There's the car on
again.
the low side.
Just because it's shorter around the track, it would be better for fuel.
Stay high. Stay high.
Oh, a little bit loose there.
Still there?
Just a little throttle down the straightaway.
Still there.
Alright, I want to get off the freight train now. Of course, being in draft is helping us with fuel, but we're still
Stay high. There's
3
the
laps
car on the
short. We can
low
get in
side.
line
Clear
here
low,
though.
clear low. The leader just
Maybe
did
it's
a
not possible to save with our current pace.
45.7.
You might need to clutch it at some point.
That was close.
Hopefully I didn't mess up and just not put enough fuel in it.
Got one outside. Still there? Hold your line.
I think we filled it full.
Stay low. Stay low.
Over the seam there, big loose moment.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear. Outside.
And we're gonna be 3 again.
Stay low. There's a car on the
Almost.
high side. Stay low.
Yeah, 2 tires feel fine,
Stay low.
as I suspected.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear. Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
What's fuel look like?
Stay low. You're
About
clear
2
high,
laps
clear
short
high.
still. Maybe about 1 lap. About 1 lap. We just need to... Right now, let's just focus on lifting it really early for the corners, coasting it,
Got one outside.
and seeing if we can get there by doing that without giving up too much speed. I think if we clutch it, we're going to give up too much speed in this pack and probably fall to near last.
Still there. You're clear high, clear high.
Let's see if we can catch up to Mark and get in this line, and that way we can lift down the straightaways, hopefully, a little bit with the draft. And as the tires fall off, the pace should slow down a little bit, which should help with fuel as well. So I think we'll be alright. Potentially. I need to lift a little earlier for 3. I'm not lifting into 3 as much as I need to. Let's just stay in the draft. Do as best we can to not use the throttle as much.
Sorry, sorry.
And just save some fuel, see if we can get it to the end. We're still about 2 laps short, maybe 1.5. So this may not be enough, what we're doing right now. But we got a little gap behind us, even while lifting. So I think we're good there. So I think now we're just trying to log laps to the end. I don't want to be too aggressive right now because fuel-wise we can't really afford to. And yeah. Just trying to sit here till the end, I think. If it stays green. These guys are up here battling pretty hard, so who knows what could happen. One thing I wanted to mention though was, did you know that I have a second YouTube channel? I never mentioned it. I may have only ever said anything about it one other time that I can remember, many years ago. But it has other games on it, completely unrelated to iRacing, which is why it's on that channel. But the reason I bring it up, I usually wouldn't because I never advertise anything of my own, ever. But the reason I bring it up is because I made a video in PGA 2K25. And I know there's a lot of crossover between iRacing and people who play that game, which I think is pretty cool. And I've been playing that game for a very, very long time. Not that one, because that's the new one that just came out, but that series since like my junior year of college I've been playing it. So I'm a big fan, and if any of you have been around this channel for a long time, you'll know I've done a couple videos from, I think, PGA 2K21. I think I did a full round at Augusta, and then maybe for the US Open, full round for that at some point. Couple videos that got decent traction, not too bad. I think the Augusta one has done really well because for the longest time Augusta's never really had a video game representation of it because they're so dang private and, you know, highbrow. And it seems like every mid-April that video would shoot up in views. I don't think it did this year though, because the EA game has Augusta in it, I believe. But I am not a fan of EA, and I've never played that game, so I don't know. But I am a fan of HB Studios and the PGA series, even though this one has a few issues with what they did. Hey, guess what happened to me that hasn't happened in a very long time? That's right, my OBS crashed. Unbelievable. You missed half a lap, so hopefully that's not too bad. I saw it immediately and was able to get it restarted, and I'm not really doing anything strenuous in the car right now, so we're good. But as I was saying, I made a video in PGA 2K25. You may or may not be interested in it, but I thought I would tell people on this channel because I know iRacing has a lot of crossover with that game and that series and golf in general, and I'm a huge fan of golf and those games, so I thought I might make a video of it. I may make more, probably will. I'm trying to get the video I'm talking about is me trying to qualify for TGC tours, but my swing is so bad I'm not sure I'm going to be any good at that with the new swing stick mechanic they've got coming from 2K23, which had the triple click 3-button, which was super easy. You go out there and shoot 57s every round if you're bad, and I'm bad, and I was shooting 57s. 10 car coming up, we'll just give it to him. I'm still looking to save fuel.
Say hi.
Yeah, if I remember, I'll try and put the link to that channel in the description.
482. Say hi.
I've only got one golf video on there right now, but I think I'm going to record more. I think it'll be fun. Most of the other videos are just me and my friend, sometimes more than one, playing different games. And they're all long form, like these videos, so something you could have on in the background maybe, if you're interested. And if not, no problem, who cares? But I thought I would mention it. And what else? I don't know, nothing else. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description, or maybe on the screen, so you can find it. First time I've ever really advertised where it was, because I never advertise anything on my own. I've never advertised this channel, I've never advertised that channel at any point. I'm not looking to beg people to visit or watch or anything like that. I'm just posting because it's fun, and if you want to watch, then cool. If not, then cool. I'm doing it for my satisfaction. And that's the way it's always been, and the way it'll always be. But speaking of golf, how about those Masters? Unbelievable final round. I was watching that all day. I wasn't home. I was watching it on my phone, broadcast, and I could not believe many moments of that, what was going on. But it was just crazy. I can't believe Rory finally got it as well. I thought after he double bogeyed hole 1 that it was over. I thought, here we go again. Another Rory final round blow up. But no, he came back. He bounced back from all the adversity. I think even more surprising is how poorly Bryson was doing. Like, he fell way down. I thought after he parred the first hole, I think he parred it, and Rory made double, that I thought he was... And then he took the lead briefly after hole 2, I think. I thought he was just going to take off with it, and I was just going to get annoyed. And it would be not even close, but no, he started falling, and I think he made back-to-back bogeys when Rory made back-to-back birdies, and it was all downhill from there for him. And then at one point there were 3 people tied for the lead at the top between Oberg and Rose. And then that playoff, both players hitting 2 excellent shots. What a time for Rory to come through, though, on those 2 shots. Those were both perfect on a very difficult hole to birdie at Augusta. I think my favorite shot from that round, though, was his 220-yard 7-iron. He hit to 10 feet for eagle. I wish he would have made that putt. That would have been one of the all-time great performances on a hole ever. Probably final round of the Masters. When it counted the most to take I think it would have been a 2-shot lead. I think he was tied at that point. But I think he just rushed the putt because he was nervous. Wasn't never even close to making it. But he got a tap-in birdie at least, which was good. Fuel, can we make it yet? Almost. I think we might just be to the good now with our sit-around strategy. We've lost a couple spots with people moving forward. Colton's still up driving for the lead. I hope that OBS doesn't crash again. I'm going to continue saving for a little bit. We got a ways to go still. And I want to try and get a little bit of a margin so we can push at the end. Sitting here in 9th, we got the 12 just behind us. Looking fairly quick. Mark might be saving as well. I think if he was going his normal speed, he'd be up there racing for the lead as well. But he doesn't seem to be pushing too awfully hard right now. 3-car's doing weird stuff. He's like backing way off and then going real hard and then backing way off. Maybe he just noticed fuel. Or maybe he realized pushing it couldn't make it to the end. I don't know. I'm feeling okay about our spot right now, though. We'll see how this all shakes out. I just don't want to lose the back end of this pack, because I think without their draft, we would be struggling to make it. We got 3 cars lined up fairly close behind us, and then a big gap. So that's okay. I'm going to be very curious to see how this shakes out. We're about 0.3 gallons to the good, or 0.3 laps to the good, which is not very much. So if we have to drive on the high side really hard for a couple laps, we would probably not be able to make it. So I need to continue to save here. And who knows, there might be a couple people up there who can't make it with how hard they're pushing. I feel nervous for Colton because he's up front in dirty air, or in clean air rather, and not getting draft, which always causes you to use more fuel because he can't really lift down straightaways and get pulled. Somebody driving over that seam, getting loose. I feel like... Oh, I don't know what that was. Was that contact or was that netcode? He did like an endo in a dirt bike.
You got one inside. You're too wide there.
Like his front wheels stayed down, but his back wheels lifted way up.
All clear, all clear.
That was interesting. Looks like he's able to keep going. I don't see any damage on him. Ethan. That jumps us up to 7th, passing both of them. I mean, we are right on the edge for fuel.
Got one inside.
Right on the edge. So maybe we're never going to be able to push. Maybe we're just going to have to run this pace the whole time in order to make it. We could try to clutch for a lap or two, I suppose. Just on corner entry. I really don't like doing that in a big pack, though. If I was by myself, it would be much less risk, but if I mess it up, we could easily get run over if the car jumps sideways randomly.
Sorry, John, wasn't trying to run you that high. I got a little tight going in there.
Gonna be getting 20 to go soon. Next couple laps. I mean, we're still just right on the edge. Right on the edge.
Got one outside.
Holy cow, 10 cars flying.
Stay low. Stay low.
Got a lap car staying low. It's going to be right in our line. No, he's going to lift for us.
3 wide, you're in the middle. You're clear high, clear high. You got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
Okay. That's a good way to lose some momentum. Well, if we get all the way to the back here, we might start clutching it, see if we can get a little bit more of a margin so we can push at the end.
Still there? Hold your line.
Colton's still up front fighting.
Still there? Hold your line. You're clear high, clear high.
Keeping that lead.
Outside.
I really hope it's not the case that we just messed up and didn't put enough fuel in it.
Hang on to her, Jeff.
I think we filled it full, we just can't make it. I really hope. And that everyone else is in the same position. I don't want to be the only one having to lift
All clear, all
down the
clear.
straights. All right, next lap, or next corner, let's clutch it. See what that feels like. We're only going to be able to clutch on entry. We're not off throttle too much. That caused us to overdrive it, which is it's gonna hurt the tires doing this, but it'll get us there on fuel better, I think. It's gonna hurt the tires because I'm gonna wind up overdriving at every corner, most likely. And using less brake because I don't have 3 feet. And we are pushing bad. That's not good. We're gonna lose the draft. 14 giving us a bump, or a staying in line so we don't lose the front group here. And we follow everyone up into the wall. Maybe we can just do that and still be decently quick. And not even worry about lifting off down the straightaway. It's going to make this race a little bit more work. That gained us a little bit, maybe.
The leader just did a 46.078.
We were quicker than the leader that lap. But he's up in the front of the field, and we've got a bunch of draft. Yeah, we're almost half lap. Well, we're still 0.3 to the good, it says. I don't even know if we could catch up. I feel like we're going just as fast as we can here, even with the clutching. I don't know if we could go much quicker and make passes or not. I could try and move forward a little bit right now. That did gain us a little bit, maybe like 0.2 gallons. Yeah, 0.1 laps, I mean.
Outside. Still there. All clear, all clear. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is
Big gap behind us at the moment.
seconds.
Let's go fairly hard for a couple laps, see what we look like fuel-wise, and maybe we can just push it to the end from here. Or maybe we'll spin out. 12 car was looking underneath the 15, but we don't get there anyway. Colton going up top. He's lost the lead, it looks like. don't know if we're going to be able to make it or not. Still looking good on fuel. I don't know if we're going to be able to move forward at all.
Outside. Still there? Hold the line. Stay low.
Oh, Nelly. Let's see if we can pass the 12
Stay low.
in a couple corners, maybe.
Got one outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there.
It's going to be really tough for me to do anything out of 4. Oh, a few people just got the wall. That's going to help
Clear
us.
high, clear high.
Come on, bud, I was there.
Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all
Ethan
clear.
pushed up a
Take
little
advantage
bit
of your
into the
top
wall,
end.
and 15 into the wall, and 12 into the wall. That jumps us up a couple more spots again. 10 cars pushing up out of the corner. Fuel-wise, we're still okay, I think. And this is not a good line into the corner. We entered way too low. 10 cars going to eat the wall, though, it looks like. I don't know how he didn't.
Inside. Stay high. Still there. We have 10 to go. This time by. The lead is sit on 45.777. Clear low, clear low.
Ethan gets back around us, halts our progress a little bit for the moment.
Got one inside. Stay high.
Hey Ben, what line do you want when you get to me?
Clear low, clear low.
We need to get ready to turn down just in case the 10 pushes into the wall. I don't want to run into the back of them.
Got one inside.
And he does.
All clear, all clear. Got one outside. Still there?
Doesn't slow him down too much, though.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there.
Alright. Still okay on fuel. We're about the same we have been the whole time, so I think we can just go now.
Stay low.
Not worry about it.
You're clear high, clear high. Got one outside. Still there.
Colton's still fighting for the lead.
Still there.
I believe Mark is right there now, too.
Stay low.
We're kind of losing touch with him, though, with how hard we're racing back here.
Still there. Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
We clear him again,
Got one
but only
outside.
for a second. Even if we do, I don't know if we'd be able to pull away at all. Just with the draft.
Still there? Hold your line. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Oh, he got tight.
Clear high, clear high.
Drug the wall a little bit. We are close enough to get a little bit of draft from the people ahead of us, but Ethan is going to be closer behind us. But maybe they'll race in that pack behind us for a minute and give us an opportunity to catch up. As long as we don't start sliding all over the place. Yeah, we're going to be like half a lap to the good, which is crazy. With how close they're racing up ahead, they may end up pushing up into the wall too a little bit. They're going to be racing hard. I'm going to try and get up to them, but it's not going to be easy. I'm not sure it's going to be possible even. Especially if I hit the wall out of 2. Luckily, they're side by side behind us. Just need to make sure I don't hit the wall out of 4 and kill my momentum down the straightaway.
Got about 5 laps.
Oh, we're short on fuel now, just barely.
5 to go at the line. You're going well. Keep headed.
Just barely short on fuel. So close. I don't want to run high just because of that. Got a little gap to Dennis behind us, but not much. Oh, we're short on fuel now. Just barely. 0.2 of a lap. Let's clutch it on entry a couple times here.
0.67.
6 car falling off, and we're catching them in the worst possible spot. Oh, and we get a yellow.
Oh, come on.
Does that end the race?
John, you're such a clown, man. It's incredible. Every race.
We maybe could have gotten a couple more positions.
Would have loved to have raced that one out.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just hit the jackpot.
I don't know why the 6 car's not going.
And not only that, but I felt like I had some better speed in the end. I'm like, oh, I feel like if I get back tail, I have a chance. A good win. That was a lot of fun up front.
I think that ends the race.
Go to the actual checkers.
Car.
You had a great race. I can't believe I somehow pulled that off. I might run out of fuel, actually.
Well, great job to Colton if he can hang on for fuel. I knew he'd be a little bit better than he was at Iowa. Just more time in the car.
But I think 2.5 would be good. Not sure who that was, but you ruined a real good finish.
Yeah, I agree, James. Had a good
I
time.
don't know what the 6 car's doing.
I think the same car brought out both cautions.
Pit road is now
Something
open.
happened to Burst getting into one. All I saw was him go straight for the wall. Like he murdered the outside wall with his right front.
We'll save here just in case we have
Likewise, Steve.
a
Stuff.
1 lap shootout, but I don't think we are going to.
Catch the 6
If there's one
car.
sooner, we'd probably get a 1 lap shootout, but yeah.
Pretty good race.
Me, I have nothing to lose. I'm going
2
in.
laps to go.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's over. Unfortunately, when we just started going, trying to move forward, that's when the yellow comes out, but I don't know if we could have gotten around anybody else. Maybe the 6 car.
I
We
think
caught
when-
him pretty fast there through the corner. So maybe he had to go into massive fuel save mode, who knows, but we weren't going to be real comfortable able to make it either. With the way we were pushing, we were about a quarter of a lap short maybe.
push
would've-
the fight.
We would have run out of turn 4, I think. And who knows if we could have held off anybody if we were sputtering to the line.
Cool. Like, I was kind of just banking on this low chance of a caution happening, and somehow it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of sucks with these tracks and like day is pretty much from 5 laps on, it's basically a race for the lead at that point, which it should be, but you're basically racing for caution because you know it's going to come out one way or the other. So this sucks that you can get them all the way to the end because that was going to be a damn good battle. Hey, I can't complain about the second round. Definitely take it.
Yeah, man, once you and James got by me, I realized I needed to push a little bit harder. You guys did a good job there.
It was a good race for sure.
Alright, man.
I wish we could have been up in the top 5 racing with them. I don't know if we had that kind of speed though. I'm happy with the top 7 0x. We had some good battling moments there. Fun race. Can't really get away from anybody. Its draft is too strong, but it's not like Talladega, really. At least you got to drive the car through the corners and still save tires and do all that. But draft's still a factor.
And you was making the damn wall work. That was nice.
And I was having a blast moving around the track. I can't believe it was working for me.
I do not give consent. Somebody call 411. The 9 car's trying to touch me.
We finished just ahead of Dennis and Ethan. 8th and 9th, we all finished top 10. Colton and Mark 1, 2, and Kale 3. So decent finishes all around for us.
Just let it happen, Tyler. Just let it happen.
Decent finishes all around. I wonder if we,
I wanted to walk with it.
before the green came out, if we dump or drop back in and put another splash of fuel in it to fill it back up, if that would have made any difference, if we could have just gone the whole way, and how far we would have been able to move up, because that probably would have dropped us to the back on track position. But I wonder how far we could have moved up, if at all, without having to save pretty much that whole run.
I'll give you a push against the line. There you go. Great race, everyone.
Great race.
Past the 15. Past
Make sure
the
you don't hit that
checkered
cone
flag.
on
Let
the
car by.
track
Yes,
up ahead.
when the yellow flag came out. Great job, driver. Let the 8
Because that
car
will give
by.
you a
Yes,
black
position
flag.
When the yellow flag came out. Past the 9. Past the 7.
I kind of like this car. I think it looks decent. I knew Colton would do better. Let's see what we were.
Man, my tires.
76,
Kale
66.
and I were like right there with tires.
Holy cow, Kale 80, 70. He's really good. Really good there. Better than us. We were starting to get really tight out of the corners. So we were pushing harder there. Let's go take a look at the couple incidents there were, and then probably just a bunch of wall hits that are going to happen. And then I have to go edit this stupid video. Thanks to OBS. Jump to lap 11. 10 car gets loose and slides up. Gets a tap from the 7. And that brings out a yellow, kind of surprisingly. Colton really using up his tires, but it worked. What were the lefts? Can I see them? 72-70. You don't need lefts. You never need lefts in this car. It's unfortunate that that's the way it is. 4 tires should always be better, but it's not. You don't need lefts in this car. 17 is broken. Colton runs out of fuel on his before his burnouts, so that's how close he was. I figured if he was pushing that hard, and if we were all in the same situation, that was going to be close, because we were right on the edge, and we were saving that whole time, or at least attempting to. Nothing. Jump to lap 59. I guess we should just see what the 2 cautions are. We already saw the first caution. The next caution was going to be right at the end. Lap 61, so let's see what happens. I don't think it's just showing random points through 3 and 4 for some reason. Oh, 10 car just gets loose. And up into the fence, and that's... Oh, nearly gets clobbered there. And that's what brings out our last yellow to the end. And great job to Colton. Runs out of fuel, but gets the win. He ran hard. He used his clairvoyance to know when the caution was going to come out, and that's why he pushed the whole time, because he didn't need to make it the whole way. He only needed to make it to lap 61 or 62. Great job to him. Awesome to see him win. We get a top 7. That's decent. And yeah, pretty good race. A lot of fun. So that caution really made it interesting, though. That first one, it made it close on fuel. If that would have went all green, I wonder how green flag pit stops would have done. We probably wouldn't have done any better than this because I would have had a really bad pit stop. But we got to race the whole time and try and figure out fuel strategy and all that and have a good time. So yeah, thanks for watching.